And we are live. Welcome to Wing Chun Talk. This is episode 13. Auspicious, lucky episode 13 of Wing Chun Talk. I'm your host, Sifu Z.
Johan here.
And we have something special we're going to do. We're sort of on a different platform. We're using meetings now instead of the Google Live or YouTube Live, which is what we've been doing in the past. But they don't have the share screen thing, the what's called in meetings, the presentation thing. So we are going to use this so we can present. So it's very special, very exciting.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's exciting, as in so are the SifuZ.com Kung Fu Power stickers. Yeah, SifuZ.com Kung Fu Power. That's upside down. There you are.
Nice up and close.
Yeah, nice vinyl stickers, nice quality vinyl stickers. And if you want some, 2 for $5, postpaid. Send it on out to Colorado side, yo.
Yo.
We'll get you some stickers. You can put them on stuff. That's what we do. We put them on stuff. We got them on our scooters predominantly. All of them, because we got like 43 scooters now. And so we almost ran out of stickers putting them on our scooters alone. So today we're going to get to it, because this could take some doing. This could take some, some conversing. It would be nice if I could get other people involved in this. That's why I wish we were doing the YouTube Live, because people can at least join in live and chat with us. We can have other people in live with us if we invite them,
Okay.
But this isn't sort of broadcast out.
Gotcha.
Like YouTube Live is. So, but we changed to this format so we could do this very specific, which is we're going to go on YouTube, and I hope we don't get in trouble for this. I don't think we should, because it's public. They're public videos, and we're going to look. So I'm giving it away. We're going to go on YouTube. We're going to type in Wing Chun, and we're going to look at whatever we see, whatever comes up first or second or third, depending. And we're going to tell you what we think.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like opinion, right? That's, yeah. Now, before we start this, I want to first say that the very fact that you're doing Wing Chun, you get my respect, you get my props, right?
Right.
So, we might get critical of some things that we see, right? We don't know. We don't know what we're going to see, but chances are we're going to be critical of what we see. And, but that doesn't mean that we don't have, that we don't extend our respect out to you just for being in the Wing Chun family. There are a lot of things that are very alike in Wing Chun between Wing Chun practitioners, and then there are things that aren't alike. So what I hope to achieve here is to point out the difference between what one practitioner does or thinks, or how they train, to the way we might approach it.
Right.
So again, I mean no disrespect by doing this, but I think that it's just an important thing to do, because Wing Chun is the most popular kung fu styles in the world, right? Thanks to Bruce Lee and Ip Man and all that, right? And all the recent movies as well. So, and there are so many camps out there, so many different camps just springing from the Ip Man family, let alone the the Moyat family, the lineages. There's a lot. There's not just Ip Man Wing Chun. So I can do nothing but praise the rich variety that is Wing Chun, because there's Vietnamese Wing Chun, there's various portions of China style Wing Chun, not to mention all the more recent sort of perhaps even hybrids, like Jiu-Jitsu or Krav Maga, how people might have crossed those sort of arts together. So I'm sure Johan joins me in having nothing but respect for anyone that trains in martial arts, regardless if it's how we train or not.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And our criticisms that we might have today, we might have to eat our hat upon further consideration.
Yeah. We
right?
might.
Yeah, I would never put myself in a situation where I wouldn't consider things more, right? And give things further consideration. I did that with Qi, because mystical Qi was a problem for me. And so instead of throwing out the whole concept of Qi, I really wanted to, quantify and modernize the definition,
right?
Because it seems like a concept that there's no need to throw it out, just sort of reappropriate it,
right?
Yeah,
don't mystify it.
Right. And now and that's also coming from first principle concept, meaning it wasn't mystified to begin with. Right? I mean, literally.
It came later.
Literally, Qi is the combination of two kanji characters, rice and water, which implies metabolism in today's Western vocabulary.
Right.
So, yeah. And that's how we get our energy to do things. That is life, right? That's our life energy.
Yeah.
So there was something there. There's something to that. And we figured it out later on very specifically what it was. So it's not quite the mystery that it used to be. Or shall we say it's even more of a mystery, depending on how deep you get in wanting to know.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what Wing Chun is all about. We were saying before, if you don't want to be criticized, I gotta stop shaking the table here. If you don't want to be criticized, you joined the wrong martial art. I mean, a lot of martial arts might say that, but Wing Chun specifically, because Wing Chun, Xiong Tao, it's about little idea, details, concepts, small little details, right? So that's what we're going to get into, right? And the devil is in the detail. We're gonna pick things apart. And let me also say this. Hold on. Did I say the first thing first? Second thing's
No.
yeah. Anyway, we should get to this. We only have 55 minutes left.
All right, let's get started.
Yeah. So now, pardon me here while I get the technology going here. All right. I think we're there. Okay. So I saw this already, but let's go ahead. I just saw a little bit of it, and then I realized, no, I want to save this. So we both kind of saw little bits of this, didn't we? Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Let's just kind of play it. All right.
Take a Bud Light Seltzer.
Oops. All right.
It's Bud Light Seltzer
Can I
Tango.
turn that off?
Sip
I
initiated.
think
Shall
I
we
can
like
turn
it?
that off
Commencing happy
without
face.
turning us off.
Oh,
Too much.
We'll see.
Bud Light
Oh,
Seltzer,
there's the skip
unquestionably
pad.
good.
There it is.
Okay.
All right. So there's some nice Mook Jong and opening move thing, right? There's some low inside kicks. Ooh, that's very nice.
Yeah, and then to the ground.
Kong Sao. Yeah. Long Sao.
手在这里的时候，对，你看这个手在这里回来的时候，
Yeah, talking about that.
这个手是这样的，这个手在这里运扭，啪，手在
Sort
这
of
里，
the
你看
universal
在这里推
sort
转
of，function there of Bonsal, Tonsal, figure eight.
这样对。你看手在这里，
That one in
你看踢人，手，哎，对，你看，对，然后手里。
Going more? Okay. You want to get close to show?
I
Yeah.
feel like I've been here before.
手踢人 ，remember？
Yeah.
手，你看这个手
Is this
到这里，
new song?
It might be. Take a look.
Nice. Very good. Okay.
你看，你可以踢腿，哦，
Over 4 million views.
对，你看踢腿，
Oh,
踢人，
there you
转
go.
这里，对，这里就直接，这个是 kick，都是 kick，哇，赞了，
Yeah, notice how he's always attacking to the back,
在
going
这
to
里
the
的时候，
back,
你看，
attacking
在
the
这里
back.
往下啊，
Very little attacking
Like
in
if we
front.
do a round
So
now?
I'm liking this. I have very little to sort of criticize
Very good.
this guy.
Painful.
你看这个手在这里，在这里的时候，你看这个手，
From Mook Jong. Yeah.
对，这，哎，
Yeah.
71万目，
One more?
He's doing a good job of keeping the legs in check so he doesn't go into his guard.
pass，
Fast?
直
Oh,
接
wow.
对，或者是这看这是密，他这弄不 OK，你看
Right, right.
都是
You know
你
what
抓
he's
地的时候
saying?，Johan?
直接这里已经就
So that I think he's
This
showing
here
them PG.
is not very strong，
Yeah. Very weak. Yeah.
This
yeah.
one.
So it's
This
just
hands
straight.
不管是啪，直接腕就 OK。你看 hands 这个有分啪啪，对对。
So I wonder if this guy's like a monk
或者是逆的时候，
or if
在这里的
he's
时候你
you
看
know, just got the outfit on.
啊，
It's shorter, right?
对对对，
They do have
收
a
在
concession there, but it's not open.
直接腕就 OK。这是 punch kick
Okay. So.
OK。punch 的时候，
Oh.
来做 punch，直接身体 later
Yeah.
其实
This guy's he's showing a lot of the kicks there.
What? You're wondering how you can go train at the Shaolin Temple, aren't you?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I know what you're thinking. Gonna shoot an email over to about the temple and what you'll be learning, martial arts and discipline.
All right. Well,
Here. Yeah.
here, let's see if I should like stop that and then we go where do we go? There we go. I think we're back.
All right.
So what do you think of that?
Well, one thing that comes to mind, I mean, it's a good demonstration from the monk or the guy dressed as one. But the problem maybe I see is the attacker that attacks with kind of a freeze frame. Which is-
yes. Hard to escape that, right? When
Yes.
you're just trying to show a technique or demonstrate a technique. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it's good that you did mention that because a lot of martial arts suffer from that. The dummy,
Right.
the
Yeah.
dummy thing,
The
and
dummy,
you know,
the
and
person that complies.
yeah, and for some things, it's good when you're trying to just demonstrate a technique, but yeah, but there are problems with it, right?
Right.
So,
I mean, if you begin like that and then
yeah, like there's some follow through, right?
Right.
But you know, okay. But I'm going to give them that you know
Yeah.
that he was just demonstrating technique.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just going to give him that. Is he any good of a fighter? Who knows, right?
No. Yeah. You can't tell from that.
Yeah. What you can tell is that you know, he understands some very important techniques. So I'll almost kind of give him a certain amount of credit right off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the monk seems like he you know, knew how to apply the concept. Boy, there's not much negative I can really say.
No.
Really, I think. Now, do I think he's a Wing Chun master? Maybe. I don't know. Hard to say.
Yeah.
Hard to say. He had a nice outfit on though. You know what? Let's try another one. We got some guys, some young guys are all pumped up doing wooden dummy. I bet you I got a lot to say about this. Let's see. Oh, hold on. I gotta share this, don't I? Oh, not yet. We'll share it right about now. There we go. Sorry, guys. I don't know if there's any more of a fluid way of doing this, but there we go. It should be fine. Oh, there's our sound effects now. All right, check this out, guys. Let's see.
That studies the traditional Chinese martial arts has an interest in the wooden man. Those who do Wing Chun use it a lot.
Call it a
Those who
wooden
do
man.
traditional
That's good.
Shaolin Kung Fu always are curious
Now,
of what the
right away, what do you see?
Well, I see the pads.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we're not big fans of those. And what's another thing you see? It's not on a stand.
Right.
Yeah, it's not on a stand. So it's probably that other one that you go around like on a post or sort of
Right.
thing. So
I don't see the leg yet.
yeah.
either.
Yeah, probably it's fine. The leg is fine, but I'd say the Mook Jong's perfect for the guy on the left, but not the guy on the right.
Right.
Yeah. But you know, it's nice to do Mook Jong at different levels if you have the leisure of doing so. You know, first Mook Jong you get is your level, right? Pretty much things pointing to your shoulders, right? The arms pointing to your shoulders. But then it's nice to get a taller one and a shorter one even. So yeah, so right away I can tell that they're using this thing almost like a punching bag,
Right.
which is completely not the way we think of doing
Right.
Mook Jong. Right? I mean, if you're gonna do punching bag, just get punching bag.
Yes.
Yeah. If you notice, those arms aren't all that big. I mean, you know, you can break those quite easily if you want. And yeah, your arms don't have to be all that super conditioned in order to break those. So we know that that's not what they're meant for.
Right.
Wooden man training is all about. It's becoming more and more rare to find those instructors who apply the techniques we learn on the wooden man to the fight. So I brought my friend Sakan Lam here from Core Combat here in Chiang Mai in Thailand to show us 3 classic moves you can learn right now on the Mook Jong, the wooden man post. But then we're also going to show you how to apply those moves for self-defense on the street.
These guys always got different names for stuff. Okay, what do you see? I see the guy in the background. I love that. Yeah, Bob. I think they got a wig on him. It's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I didn't see him until you pointed it out, but I see good upper body movement, but he's more hitting it. I don't really see the connectivity.
There, that's the word right there. Connectivity. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Mook Jong, the wooden man, is all about connectivity. So he's connecting and disconnecting, connecting and disconnecting, and not using those moves to transition and stick, right, and stay sticky.
Yes,
which is always a concept in Wing Chun.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you're Chum Q, you're breaking connection, right? So let's look some more. Very good.
So the first technique is going to be the gun sao, jump sao.
Here's another thing, right? So this is where I really feel that people are confused. And if they're not, that's okay. In other words, maybe they understand where I'm coming from, but they still want to be able to hit something. Right. So yeah, and that's cool. I understand that. But again, you know what? Just get heavy back. But here's where I feel I can point out the confusion. If they don't think that they're confused, they think that they're absolutely valid in doing this. Let me point this out.
Yes.
He's hitting the arms of the wooden dummy, right? And he continues to hit him. So we already talked about that. He's not transitioning. He just keeps hitting. He keeps striking the arms with his arms in order to kind of create pretty much for conditioning, right? Well, why would he then put pads on the you see what I'm saying? Why would you put pads on if you're going to do the conditioning? Then why not also do the conditioning when you hit the body of the dummy?
Yeah.
So again, I think there's confusion there, right? Hey, I say if you're going to use pads at all, put them on the arms.
Yes.
Right. And then when you have to hit the dummy, you really, the body of then you really got to be careful, right? You got to use your palm or, you serve a real close rabbit style punch or something, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now that stand, again, if you're using it to hit and to strike, then wouldn't you want it to be really solid?
Right,
mounted or something, right? And I know you have that. It's a portable stand so you can demonstrate stuff, but I have a funny feeling that's kind of how it is right there. I mean, it wouldn't take too much to throw a bunch of sandbags on there to weigh it down.
Right.
Yeah. So again, I think there's just confusion as to what the Mook Jong is for here. Right.
Yeah.
It's not just so you can go through the Mook Jong form or movements, right? You don't need the Mook Jong for that.
Right.
I noticed there's some people putting videos out there regarding doing Mook Jong as a form. I wonder where they got that from.
Yeah, right.
So let's watch some more. Seeing his feet, and that's
So the first move, we're in
again
Gang
really
Sao and
that's really important.
Yeah.
If you're going to show something in Wing Chun, boy, you really do got to show the feet.
Yeah, whole body.
Yeah, because usually we've got really good sporty footwear on.
Yeah.
Gang Sao, so a lower structure is a sort of a low wing,
Sankan
bending my elbow,
core combat.
relaxing my fingers.
Chiang
The structure,
Mai.
my elbow stays
Oh,
in.
Thailand.
I'm
Yeah.
using my forearm. It's important always.
So I got a
tucking my
couple
hips,
students out there in
moving
Thailand.
with technique. Okay, my upper base never goes beyond my lower base. Step. right,
Oh,
strike my
you've been to
forearm.
Thailand.
I'm going to switch my hands. My low hand becomes the high hand into Tan Sao, Dai Bong Sao. Now from here, I'm going to work my way around.
Just these things on
Bring my
the
foot around, and I go Tan Sao, Da. or
fine, but
low
then where's the
stage ball strike.
connectivity? His
Here.
fingers need to
Gang
be
Jam.
more centered.
Tan Sao, Dai Bong
See,
Sao.
not there.
And I come around the corner as I
necessarily.
step, seat my Tanda.
Right there, though. Where's
So the
those
Gang Sao
fingers?
here, the first motion we're going to use is a defense against a round kick. All right, so the first
Yeah,
technique
you
we're showing
want
from the
your
wooden dummy is the Gang
fingers
Sao,
in that
Jam
particular
Sao.
position.
So I'm
Let
going to
me
use
see
it
if I
against
can
the
get
kick.
back to
So
it.
reason why Jam, Tan Sao, Dai Bong Sao. And I come around the corner as I step, seat my Tanda.
Right there.
Are you talking
Yeah.
about his left hand?
Yeah, his left hand, the tonsil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tonsil needs to be pointed towards the center line of the dummy.
Right.
Yeah. It's a small thing, and he's not going to suffer greatly for it, but it's a small detail that it's kind of it's important.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm gonna his right hand, I'm gonna let that go because some like to say more up towards the arms, right? But he's hitting the lower floating rib cage there, so I'm good with that. Yeah. Either way, I'll hit either one depending on what I'm visualizing.
Right.
Yeah, because
Right.
this is
You're going
this
to the
is sort of a
shoulder.
disrupted thing. Yeah, that's why I say. I mean, like he would definitely be defending a roundhouse, an elbow, a back fist, right? He would still effectively be defending that with his left arm. So not too many bad marks there.
Right.
Just the disconnectivity.
Yeah.
Because once you connect, man, you want to stay connected and transition all sticky kind.
Yes.
Tan Sao Da. So the Gang Sao here, the
Okay.
I
Oh.
know this was not part of the
Uh-oh.
catch.
here I can step the shoulder or I can punch.
Oh, man, you went
Step
into
in,
technique.
up, using my elbow. So the
So,
Gang
yes,
Sao
there we
here,
go.
the first motion we're going to use is a defense against a round kick. All right, so the first technique we're showing from the wooden dummy is
Oh.
Gang Sao, Jam Sao. So I'm going to use it against the kick.
If
So
he
reason
gets
why I'm making
if
this
he gets
structure,
into
I'm not
this
sure if
the
kick
tenders,
high or kick middle. I don't want to guess. And I want to use the structure of my forearms and my body. I'm going to turn my
I've
body.
got some
almost
reservations
square.
regarding your
From here.
arms
You can see I'm sort of
against a
making an
kick.
X or an angle with my
Yikes.
arms.
Yeah.
Making sure that I'm not
Small
Your
little
extended
reversal.
arms, right? Your
Keeping my
extended
elbow
arms
in,
against a
down,
kick.
And I'm making an arrow.
Get your arms broke
He's
that
throwing a
way.
kick. I'm going to boom, crash. my
Yeah,
elbow.
especially there.
I'm
Yikes.
not bending my elbow too deep. This is a nice bend in my elbow, and I'm almost catching it in between.
Yeah,
Follow up, however,
there's an angle
when he
there.
kicks,
it's not so bad. There you go.
Automatically, he's going to put him off balance. From here, I can step in and go for the sweep.
It'd be hard to catch like that.
Jump out. Again.
It could be.
Catch.
It could be.
Here I can check the shoulder, or I can punch. I'm going to step in, sweep, and pass the guard.
It's valid.
Jump out, and I catch. So the hand that's underneath is going to fold and wrap up.
See how
Make
his
sure that you
thumbs
don't
are
use
out?
it early because the kick's going to ride up and kick you
It's
in the
not
neck.
such a
Very
good
careful.
idea.
So block it first.
Yes, block it first, right?
But I
Two hands,
do.
I lift up. I check the shoulder, I'm going to step behind.
I don't have too much problem with his technique
I know this
there.
was
That's
not part of
kind
the move, but after you drop me, you're clearing my leg
kind
out of the
of
way. Can you show that?
MMA.
For sure. So he kicks, I block, and I lift, check the shoulder.
Muay Thai-ish.
From here, I have to control the foot. If I don't control the foot, he can up kick me, which is the most dangerous move in mixed martial arts, and I think in self-defense.
I don't know if it's the most dangerous. I think only 2 people are up kicked,
I can use it against
like
him,
successfully knocked
right?
out.
And of course,
Up
have your
kicked.
basic guard passes as you do.
He's got, you know, he's definitely got the guard pass concept. Some guys just say kind of put your knee more into his hip, not his right. Yeah. Yeah. I still do have kind of like some reservations regarding blocking a kick with your arms like that. Yeah. All right, I think an ad's coming up. So wonder what will happen if we stopped that. There we go. So what do you think of that, man?
Well, you know, with the thumbs and I see lack of connectivity. You know, it's not staying glued.
Yeah,
that's sticky. I'm really missing that.
It seems like they're
blocking.
Yeah, yeah. It's more instead of block attack. It's
right.
sort of blocking then attacking.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is something
fluent.
Because in Wing Chun, our blocks are our attacks, vice versa. But that's pretty common in a lot of schools as well. I think they're really using the general concepts of Wing Chun so they can be applied in an MMA manner.
Right.
Now I'm guessing that only because of the movements that I saw. You know, that's a total MMA kind of move, is to go to the side like that.
Right.
You know.
Throw the legs one side and come down.
Yeah, just the leg work, how he did the leg work, which, by the way, Wing Chun Qigong works fabulously in that respect, because we have the circling legs and whatnot. But what I'm not seeing is the finer concepts being adhered to. That, to me, is where Wing Chun,
right, like his relationship to the ground. I mean, you can't really tell by watching, but it doesn't look very connected to the ground.
Yeah, they're definitely not given any video of his groundwork. So, but my guess is he's probably not very grounded, but he does seem very strong.
Ooh,
yeah. And you know, and he probably trains and grapples and stuff like that. So that's smart, right? As you get older, you start really getting the gift of Wing Chun and the finer details.
Yeah.
I just think if you got them when you're younger, it might be better.
Right. Avoid some injuries. And
but it might. Hey, you know, it might be hard. You got a lot of piss and vinegar in you when you're younger, and so you know, you want to hit things. You want things to hit you. You want to roll around. Right.
Speaking of which, there are in Thailand, and I mean Thai boxing.
Oh, yeah.
And they really start hitting each other.
Yeah. So that was some nice movement they had there. I don't think I see over the years I've been looking at guys and in the Wing Chun over the years, and I don't have a lot of great things to say about a lot of them, but I gotta say this guy so far not so bad. I don't think our criticisms are are all that damning rather. Yeah. Yeah.
So like the forward previous technique, when we go Sifu Z, it's one wraps in, one jumps up and using my elbow, my forearm.
And so he has the concept down, but again, not the detail that really helps. Oh, there you go. But he's doing it naturally. That's something that we've talked about. Is sometimes like Wing Chun is so good that it makes you eventually you'll do things right.
Right.
Like, it'll just be the way, especially Mook Jong. Right? It kind of makes you do things right. Yeah. So that was good stuff. That was a show of connectivity. Mm-hmm. So my guess is he probably breaks it up into the 2 or 3 different segments. Okay, well, I don't know about that, but yeah, if you're gonna, yeah, no, he's going into pummel exercise,
yeah,
which is cool. Yeah. Again, if you're gonna do that, right.
Yeah, like you said, this is more maybe MMA.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to see that they're, seeing the usage there, because that definitely is a great entry into pummeling.
Yeah, these guys seem the fight oriented.
Yeah. You just don't want to get that close and huggy if you can help it, But if you're going to be doing MMA, then you're not going to. It's going to be hard to avoid. Oh, yeah. If guys are really good at takedowns or clinching, then it's going to be hard. So yeah, there's a whole world involved there in the pummeling. If you do pummeling really precise, you'll see that pummeling is Bonsao Tonsao. It's Tonsao and Fuksao. There's the Fuksao in there. So, oh my goodness! I don't think we weren't showing them that. Oh God, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Well, you got to hear us talk about. Yeah, there's the shoes that we want to get there, right? But we're going to skip that ad right there. And we're going to pause right there. Boy, see, I told you this is taking some time, right? But, they're doing good. All right, I'm going to do the presentation now. You won't. But what you did not see is he was using your typical Bonsao Tonsao like you would see in the Mook Jong, and he was using that as an entry into a pummel or a pummeling, which is sort of an exercise for when you get into a clinch and clinch fighting or wrestling, doing arm drags and stuff like that. So that's not outright Wing Chun, but certainly Wing Chun can be applied in that manner. Again, there are details that sort of make our arm drags a little different. And so since we're not doing sport and we're doing self-defense, That's a huge difference for us, right? So let's check them out some more, and I'll do the presenting this time, and so you guys can see it. Sorry about that. So there's that connectivity when he does the rond de jambe, when he goes around that. There we go. Yeah, there's that. But
So the last technique
the whole
I'm gonna show
Mook
is
Jong
very
form
simple.
has to
We
have
call it
that
double
connectivity.
jut sao,
But I know
double
some
top
schools
sao.
don't do it.
Double jut sao,
They have
double
one
top sao.
section where
If we
they
do it
stay
within
connected
the
like
sequence, we start gang jam,
that.
daibong sao,
I
tan
think he's
sao,
going to show us
right, and then we have tan sao da,
application.
and back here, back to my swimming, and then double jut, double top. This represents a little bit of grappling. It could be a snap down, right, and a press up. All right, so we can show these different
Snap
standing
down
grappling
and took
applications.
sao
So the
up.
last technique I'm going to show was the double jut sao, double top sao. Okay, so it's a level change, a dropping
So,
motion.
I think this is a fighter
and then
that
pressing upward motion. Once again,
has
elbows stay in.
seen
Perhaps I'm in the
value of Wing Chun. You know what I mean?
Calm position,
Yeah.
wrestling, grappling, self-defense as well. Okay.
Because
What I wanna do
he
is
doesn't
snap
have the
down,
subtleties
pull his
of
head
the
down.
system, but I think he
The natural
certainly
reaction,
has
of course, is to
gotten
come
some
up.
of the
I'm gonna
functions.
assist with that by
His
using
thumbs
my
out
form
like
to
that
do
are
that
driving me a little
uplifting
crazy.
motion from the double
Yeah. But again, if he's a fighter, like a Muay Thai fighter kind of guy, then he probably used to
double
have
tucks out, boom.
Oh boy, now he's doing single
That
legs.
gives me the
Yeah.
level change for the double leg takedown. Again, from here, collar tie, bicep control, I double jump pull down,
Although I think
and
he
then I
spun him
press up.
in the wrong
That
way.
gives me the shoot. Come around
Oh,
for
okay.
the double leg. So we also have another
That's all right.
application for the top
I'll let the
south,
MMA
a
guys
palm motion.
criticize
Perhaps
that.
your opponent has
We're the
a Muay
wrestling
Thai
guys.
clinch. Very common technique in Thailand, of course. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I keep my elbows in. I'm going to press up on the palms, lift up and forward.
So there's the Tuk Sao.
Very simple motions, of course. When people put you in the plum, the Muay Thai clinch, you start to panic. Oh no!
Yeah,
Just stay calm. I'm here, palms lifting up, to
Clinch
the elbows
there.
and forward.
Well, I'll tell you what, if he's doing it right, Muay Thai
That's it.
style,
Double
you
jut,
ain't,
double top.
you ain't taking that out. But yeah, you know, he's using some techniques there that, you know, that help, I'd say, you know. In MMA and in jiu-jitsu, there's so much Wing Chun there. It's not Wing Chun. Yeah, it's Wing Chun, but it's not Wing Chun in that, you know.
You're talking about there's some of the posture.
Yeah, I guess the easy way to say this is all this stuff came before Wing Chun. So yeah, Wing Chun, there's going to be a lot of stuff that is similar in Wing Chun, but Wing Chun has created a composition all of its own for self-defense purposes. It's nice to see that you know, I think all MMA guys that once they start getting good, and jiu-jitsu guys once they start getting good, they're all going to do the you know, they're going to do Wing Chun.
Right, when they start
Yeah,
really
regardless,
breaking down the details.
even if they haven't been shown Wing Chun,
Yeah.
they're going to do Wing Chun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because efficiency, body movement and efficiency is body movement and efficiency for everybody.
Yeah.
It really doesn't change. It only is different on a very, you know, basic novice level, I'd say. I had to choose the right word there. On a novice level. Again, Wing Chun is the synthesis of everything that came before it, which is pretty much all the martial arts, because Wing Chun is relatively what, 300-400 years old. So it's a new martial art, and martial arts didn't evolve. Hand-to-hand type martial arts didn't evolve much after that historically, simply because the handgun came about.
Right.
The great equalizer.
Yeah, why train hard, right?
Yeah. So, or at least that's my theory on it. We got time. You know what? We got time for one more video. So let's look for it here. Oh man, I was hoping to get Master Wong because he's just so crazy. He's entertaining.
Yes.
Old Master Wong. Here we go. We got 4 minutes of Masters of Wing Chun. Now, no, it's strange. Okay, that might just be the thumbnail. You know, when you got these guys in Shaolin outfits and stuff, because although Wing Chun is a Shaolin martial art, sort of derived from the Shaolin, it was derived post facto. In other words, it wasn't done during the time of the Shaolin. It was something that was invented by the women of the Shaolin temple and then was developed later, or during and then later, in secrecy.
Right.
So when you see these guys in traditional Shaolin outfits doing Wing Chun, it's kind of weird.
Right. I see what you're
Because
saying,
Wing
yeah.
Chun is really a modern day, a very modern
Right.
martial art, not traditional. In fact, I remember when we were doing Wing Chun in China, a lot of people were laughing at us because, the kind of Wing Chun was a joke, like it's not part of, it wasn't really part of their
Interesting.
their wushu, right? Wasn't part of that whole gung fu thing, right? I don't know if it's that way anymore, but when I was there back in early 2000, yeah, that's and that was the word on the street too, that that Wing Chun really wasn't all that legitimized, let's say,
And I
in
keep
China.
hearing in China that it's a dying art. I don't know if it's coming back.
Wing Chun?
Yes.
Well, it would have to come before it died. I would think that with Ip Man and stuff like that, that it would have at least grown to some extent in popularity in China and Hong Kong and whatnot.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, the Ip Man movies are great. So,
I see they got an interview with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. How long is that? That's about 10 minutes, and we have 56, 17 minutes. So I'll think, and he's just going to be talking Wing Chun.
Yeah.
So that's not going to do as much. Oh, and there's Ip Man 4, the finale. I'm not quite sure if I've seen that. Have I seen Ip Man 4? I'm not sure.
We might have to watch that together on occasion.
It says 2020. So yeah, we might have to check that out, huh? We're skipping around here. Sorry guys, but all right. I think there's a thumbnail, and then these guys are going to show us how that stuff really goes. Masters of Wing Chun. Oh, there's your dummy standing still while the other guy hits him, right?
Right, chain punches.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of Krav Magrav's take on Wing Chun.
Right.
I think we can do without the oh, come on. There we are. Am I showing this? I'm not showing this. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to go back. I didn't present this. We are not going to leave you out of this one. Sorry. Here we go. This is the dummy yeah, you know, it seems sort of crowd in the garage there. It seems kind of flat-footed. But, you know, Wing Chun, whoa, what was that? Oh boy, there goes that patty cake stuff. Yeah, and he just stands there right after, right? So the guy throws a zillion punches. Yeah, I mean, on a very simple elementary level, you know, I think those guys are Wing Chun guys as well. Spelled VINGTSUN. Now again, like this stuff, just showing the technique, that's okay. But now, once the guy is just, nobody's just gonna stand there. And using this, these guys are obviously right sparring. Yeah, well, boy, now we got a lot of fodder here. But yeah, Wing Chun that's not for sparring. And, yeah, well, it might help you in your sparring. But sparring is a thing unto itself. Right? And so is Chi-Sao. Chi-Sao is a thing unto itself. It teaches you coordination. But there's a rule in Chi-Sao. If you're both somewhat equal in capability, the guy with the longer arms wins if you're going to turn into a competition. Right? So, obviously, it's not. These are Wing Chun guys. We could do a whole episode on the Leong Ting sect of Wing Chun. These guys use sashes. There's Master Wong. I think this is a compilation. Yeah. All right. Well, you know, Master Wong is pretty well versed, you know, in fighting. So I think he leaves out some subtleties that are important in Wing Chun, but he makes up for it in entertainment value. Yeah, these guys kind of using Chi-Sao Wing Chun almost as and you know, I'm not going to diss him too hard, you know, because I've done this. I've played around like this just because it's fun. But I would say, not like that though. See how they connect and disconnect, See, that's dangerous. Yeah, they can poke each other's eyes. And this guy, he's not even looking at his opponent, which is, that's bad. His opponent sucks. He's looking away. All his opponent needs to do is take advantage of the fact that his head is demonstration where if they hit that thing too hard, boy, they'd be in big trouble. You know, when it comes to the wooden dummy, it's really about mounting the dang thing properly. So it goes from side to side. Yes, there are the ones that you go around, that, you know, some of them spin around, some of them you go around. But,
and pardon me, but
yeah,
the Mook Jong wooden dummy hits you. You don't hit the Mook Jong, right?
Yeah. But that's definitely a concept that would take some explaining.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's, you know, if you do Wing Chun, it shouldn't take explaining, because we don't hit the opponent. They hit themselves upon us, right?
I think that's very misunderstood.
Well, it's common Wing Chun knowledge, like amongst other schools, not just us. You know, a lot of what I say is common Wing Chun. You know, I read all the books. I watch the videos. I think a lot of times they're not following their own axioms. Right. You know, they say them, they like to say them, but they don't actually follow their own axioms. One of the axioms we talked about in the last episode, and I'm going to bring it up, one of the main axioms that I think you just can't escape is that, let me say, that Wing Chun is a female martial art. So if you're seeing like brute strength achieving what's supposed to be Wing Chun, then I'm pretty sure you missed the point. Right. And it's not to say, and it's not to say that what you're doing isn't effective and you couldn't clobber somebody with it. Right. But Wing Chun is very specific in what it implies.
Oh yeah,
that is actually a strange stream of words there. Specific in what it implies. I hope you guys can understand what I mean by that.
And as you're saying, like someone big, strong, fast, powerful with great cardio, the chain punch can be amazing, right? Just run in and you just crush someone. But for a small woman, it might not work so well, right? Or a smaller person,
right?
Weak,
right? Yeah. So you couldn't rely on that as a fighting technique. Right. I think there's a lot done in Wing Chun that is misconstrued as fighting technique. The chain punches being number one, as if a small woman is going to do chain punches and be effective against a bigger, stronger, faster, skilled, aggressive, violent opponent. Come on now.
No.
But what those chain punches are good at are developing your deltoids, so you're able to keep your hands out in front of you and your arms out in front of you to divert any incoming punches. You know, so maybe you disrupt. Disrupt was the word I was looking for, right? Because we're in Wing Chun, we're not blocking, we're disrupting punches, right? We're assuming that we're going to get hit, but we're going to disrupt the power base so those punches don't mean anything. Yeah, if we could assure that we wouldn't get hit, then boy, what a martial art that would be. I think that martial art is called running.
Yeah, fast.
Running much faster than the other person.
Yes.
Right. If we could do that, then that would be great. But Wing Chun implies smaller, weaker against stronger, faster, perhaps even more handsome.
Could be.
Yeah.
Everything's stacked up against you, know?
Yeah. I'm going to see, do we have time for one more? Yeah, like just a 1 minute. Yeah, this is fun. I tell you, time goes by really fast. This one. Wing Chun for beginners, lesson 1, basic leg exercises. And that's Master Wong. Well, we're sure he's doing just a fine job there. Master Wong. Yeah, we would have to do like a whole special on Master Wong. You know what we'd also have to do a special on is this guy that is going around fighting, a Wing Chun guy fighting MMA guys, Wing Chun guy fighting Muay Thai guys. I find this all disturbingly entertaining. Not only because Wing Chun, it's just silly for Wing Chun to be doing sports.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's rather you're going to not fight in a sporting manner, or you're not, you're if you do Wing Chun, then you're not fighting in a sporting manner.
Right.
And if you're fighting in a sporting manner, well, you're not really doing very effective Wing Chun. So it just doesn't work very well in that manner, Like I said, I think the only way Wing Chun Chi Sao could work in a sporting manner is through virtual reality or augmented reality.
Yeah.
I think it would be just perfect for that, and then could be applied in that way, because then, you know, the computer can tell you just got your eye gouged out, or your throat was just collapsed, or your eardrums were just ruptured,
Right.
you know, or your opponent has gone to your back and you're now, you know, unconscious,
Right. Yeah.
through whatever technique, you know.
Well, we get to see that in our lifetime.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
because in the thing about Wing Chun is the commitment is to the self-defense, right? So in other words, you don't get a lot of opportunities to practice eye gouges and throat strikes and ear ruptures, and you know,
no,
you don't get a lot of opportunity. And so if you don't get an opportunity to practice that stuff, then I don't know, you might not be very good at it.
Right? How would you know?
Right. So again, that's why I say I don't depend on Chi Sao for my self-defense in Wing Chun.
No.
I depend on the entirety of Wing Chun, and Chi Sao is just icing on the cake. It's just like playtime.
Right. You get
know?
to play a little
Yeah.
bit. All the hard training.
And in fact, a lot of times it creates bad habits and unrealistic expectations as to what you can actually do in real life.
Right. And you're caught up in wanting to touch your opponent. They touch you, and then you want to touch them, right? And chest. I'm like getting into their center, and it becomes more of a fencing type scenario.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, competitive. That's the big difference of Wing Chun is we're not competing. We're just not playing. We're you know, we have to be very exact in our movements. We're a small little girl, right? So we can't play around. We've got to stop the attack. We've got to stop the aggression. However, we can. Which typically, and I do mean typically, is not a sporting manner. Yeah. And it's not to say that, you know, there is the great Wing Chun cop-out, which is, well, poke them in the eyes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And so I just want to bring that up too, because I'm very familiar with that and the issues there, right? First off, you don't just go try to poke people in the eyes. Second off, if you go poking people in the eyes, you've escalated the violence level to that degree, which isn't a smart idea, right? So Wing Chun eye gouges are not, again, not what they appear to be. Sorry, I keep shaking this table. Sorry, guys. Yeah, they're not what they appear to be. Eye gouges, again, are more, they bring their eyes and their face and their, you know, they bring it to you. You don't bring it to them. Right. So, and there's a big difference there, because if you're just in general, eye pokes, punches, whatever it is, there's a huge difference in them just insisting on putting their face on your fist,
right,
than you chasing after them and trying to punch them in the face.
Right.
Huge difference. I mean, energetic, there's a huge difference.
Right.
You know? So, and again, we, you know, in Wing Chun, we do want to get things done rather quickly too. You know, we want to, we don't want to sustain things. It's not like jujitsu where we kind of tie them up and tire them out and whatnot. And now Wing Chun has that element. I feel has that element in Chi Na if you're able to practice Chi Na and stuff. But you know, we all know that that's not what most people think of when they think of Wing Chun. They don't think of grappling, but some do. I do.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
you know, it's not all that uncommon that Wing Chun guys. Well, that guy that we saw, I'm sure that last guy, I'm sure he does grappling as well, right? I'm sure he's incorporated that kind of stuff. So, but traditional Wing Chun isn't known for its grappling, and I think that's because of the Boxer Rebellion, blah blah blah, history, right? There's a reason why that one particular element of martial art was left out of Wing Chun, mostly because that's the part you can't hide. You can hide Chi Sao. No, you can hide Chi Na. No, you can't. What I'm trying to say is you can hide everything but grappling.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So when it was time for the Chinese to stop doing their kung fu, you know your history, right? Boxer Rebellion, blah, blah, blah. Then that secret training, you could do it. Right. Again, we don't know to what extent Wing Chun was carried on in traditional Kung Fu. We don't know. On one hand, we're told that it is very much a part of traditional Shaolin Kung Fu, you know, or Chinese Kung Fu. And on another hand, we're told that no, it's not really.
Right.
Right. So maybe that's perfect for Wing Chun to have that sort of ambiguity. I say as long as I can learn from the mythologies and they make sense. Yeah. So there's a lot of different reasons for people to do Wing Chun and training Kung Fu, right? Training martial arts, specifically Kung Fu though, right? In Kung Fu, you can be training Kung Fu for cultural reasons, right? And in fact, that's a huge thing in China. Just they train for cultural reasons more so than for fighting, right? So that certainly can be an approach that you could take to even Wing Chun. It's more of just a cultural thing.
Yeah.
You know, even if you're not Chinese, but you want to engage in a mild cultural sort of experience, then Wing Chun probably would be perfect for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, you know, it's very compact, short martial art, very easy martial art to understand.
Right.
To commit to it and to really you know, and to dive deep, it's just like anything else. You have to work at it, you know. But it is an easy concept to understand, especially when you have somebody at Chi Sao, right? And I always say it happens through osmosis, which I know is water, but it happens by way of just them touching you, right? Just by touching, they get to sort of get to understand a lot. What might take you hours to explain, they can understand in just seconds, right, of touching.
Yes.
So that's, I think, where Chi Sao comes in really handy, you know. But again, that's just it's cream, right? If you don't have it, then oh well, you can still learn an amazing self-defense, a very practical, pragmatic self-defense, and a sustainable method of fitness. When I say sustainable, as in it's not going to break you down and hurt you, you can be able to continue to work towards the highest level of fitness that you're capable of throughout your life. As
all by yourself.
Yeah. And a Mook Jong.
Yes.
Yeah. Mook Jong helps. Sandbag too over there. So, all right, listen, we got to go. I hope you enjoyed this as much as we did, or even half as much, because we really enjoyed doing this. We're going to do this again. We're going to add this as a segment. You can join us. Well, for more information, go to sifuz.com. Everything's over there. If you want to join us, you can join us for as little as $1 a month and join us in our live sessions, get access to training videos and correspondence with other Wing Chun Sifus, including myself. You can do that over at patreon.com/SifuZ. And if you would like to make a one-time contribution for any amount, you can do that over at paypal.me/SifuZ. You can listen to us over at anchor.fm/integrity. I'm playing my music over there. Johan's now joining me over there as well. So if you can't get enough of this voice and you want to hear some music on top of it, go on over to there. And hey, be sure to pick up some. We've got a lot of merchandise and even more is we're getting more and more as the days go by, as the weeks go by. So go on over to sifuz.com and click on the merch link and pick up some really cool merchandise. I mean, we got more than just t-shirts and stuff now. We're even considering a fanny pack. Oh my God. All right, guys.
I'm getting one.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time at Wing Chun Talk, episode 13. That's 13 is a very auspicious number.
Yeah, this is 13.
Yeah, 13.
All right.
See ya.